What is up, crypto legends? Hope you having a fantastic day today. Let's analyze the situation all together. Is Bitcoin a little bit overextended? And we are going to get a corrective move very soon, guys. I want you to let me know in the comment section. We will be doing a poll here all together. I want to know your opinion. Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button, guys, on your way in here. Share some love, some support. Let's go right through the comment section. I'm going to give you my personal opinion on, why I think that a possible correction of a few $1,000s is very, very likely, whether we do have one more leg up potentially above the highs, okay, from a few days ago above $38,000, or was that the highs already and we are ready for a few $1,000 pullback. In my personal opinion, that will only just be something healthy for Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually does need a little bit of a pullback already. We've been pumping here September, October, November, part of November already. Is it time to get a little bit of a pullback, as we are overextended, overbought here on the daily RSI? We do have, the funding rate, which is, positive on all of the exchanges, more longs than shorts. We also have some liquidity longs here beneath $34,000 range. Are we ready for that move to the downside to claim these higher lows on the chart for then just a healthy corrective move to continue to the upside, guys? Or are we going to get one more leg up? Because I would be actually quite surprised if the price of Bitcoin does have steam to absolutely smash through 38,000, 38,800, where we do have a large point of control from the price action in between 2021 and 2022. The only thing that I think that could bring a massive breakout here would be all 12 spot Bitcoin ETFs approved before the end of this week. Okay, we've got a deadline here of the 17th of November, which is Friday. And if that is denied, of course, I think it could give that power for the corrective move of several $1,000s, because the next deadline would be in January of 2024. Guys, how is everybody doing? Make sure to destroy the like button. I'm going to go through the comment section, say hello to the community here in the next coming minutes. Hello, Daniel. Hello. Let's go. Francis, will he talk about altcoins today? I talked about altcoins the other day. We talked about many altcoins the other day, right? We'll talk about some altcoins. Don't worry about that. Dump likely then pump, says Pickle Pritz. Maybe. So dump or pump? Well, yeah, that is a good question. Dump or pump? I can tell you that if we do pump to this high and reject from that level, I can tell you there will be high probability in the dump coming. Okay, so this is what we need to know as technical analyst. We need to know, are we going to successfully break the next high, or will we fail? If we fail to do so, we are likely going to get a significant pullback. So maybe that pullback is going to happen. Maybe this was the high, and there's a main reason why this could be. Basically because this rejection had pretty significant volume, and it does look very impulsive, and this move to the upside looks very corrective. It doesn't look like it wants to, continue with the steam, right? It doesn't look like it when you do look at the price action. You have a possible start of selling point. This is massive volume. There has been big players here already getting a significant drop. There is still a lot of long positions here in this range, okay? And of course, maybe they're going to take advantage to sell a significant portion of their Bitcoin to bring the price down, to then start buying at lower levels, right? Get a few $1,000 cheaper Bitcoin. It's just a classic scenario, guys, where you scoop up all of the liquidity here from over leveraged long positions, okay? Basically, you're selling into the long stops, all right? And you claim all of that liquidity. This does happen, and I would not be surprised if this had to happen at this point. Also based on very strong bearish CVD RSI divergence, sorry, not CVD. Okay, we got the RSI, higher highs, okay, on the price action, lower highs on the RSI. We did have this also happening back in January of 2023, where we had the lower highs on the RSI, higher highs on price action. We got a pretty decent pullback of over $5,000. So are we ready for that kind of pullback, or are we going to create one more high? Well, in the case here, back in January of 2023, and pay attention here because we were creating already bearish RSI divergence, as you can see right over here. So we got a little bit of a pullback. However, we managed to create another higher high and a lower high on the RSI, okay, as you can see. And then we got the much larger pullback, okay? So, I mean, RSI is not, a powerful indicator. It just shows you some exhaustion zone. So whether we do get one more high here above $38,000, I would be expecting that pullback if that pullback is not going to happen from current price levels, okay? So it's just based on, that pullback is going to come. The problem is it ready to pull back from this zone, or will we manage to create one more high? That is the question. So what we need to be ready here in the coming days, all right? Of course, there are long setups, there are short setups internally. We're going to talk about a few that have happened. We just need to be ready, guys, like today's update video. Will the move above the highs on the 9th of November? Be ready, because I will be ready. It is a zone that if it does fail, okay, to break above and gets back beneath this high, it will likely be a failed breakout. And having all of these higher lows right there and this amount of liquidity sitting beneath $35,000 and $34,000, it's just a classic level for a large move to the downside, okay? So we want to be ready for that possible rejection. We want to be ready. We might get people shorting the market now very aggressively, and all of them are going to get stopped out here with a volatile move to the upside of a couple of $1,000s, right? And we might break out, so we just need to be patient here for all of those swing traders. This could be a pretty nice move of about $4,000, and with a little bit of leverage for all of those swing traders, you can make a significant amount right there. So something to pay attention. Set alerts here to see how the price reacts to this high, right? Keeping it simple. Mark Dutch, how are you doing, my man? We got Teddles here. Higher time frame scenarios. Let's continue with the comment section. Mariela Porto, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining. Yo, Sing Games. Hold tight, there will send to 40K soon. I would be happy for that to happen. It would be nice to get a pullback, right? This is, in my opinion, we have overextended signs, guys. No doubt that, we could hit above $38,000 again. Will we manage to pump to 40K? We might get a volatile spike here, just as, the more volatility up it is and the faster the move is, that more of a sign it is that it could reject very aggressively, okay? So we're just going to have to be paying attention here to the move to the upside. There are signs of this is overextended. We got the, bearish divergence. We do have, a lot of liquidity sitting beneath $35,000, $34,000. We do have massive positive funding rate, right? It's all positive and quite high on the rest of exchanges, okay? If I do see 0.03 almost on Binance, that is pretty high just for Bitcoin. They're usually much higher on altcoins, but 0.03 is high funding rate, okay? And that means that there's a lot of longs, right? There's a lot of longs at these zones still open. So I want 42 before a pullback, says Denise. Is that to sell some spot Bitcoin? Is that to get ready for a short position? Yeah, I mean, I will be ready. I haven't been swing trading for a long time. I'm more of a scalper. I like to scalp, day trade. I get into small positions, okay, small little ranges, like the one here inside of this zone. I'm happy with a $200 move Bitcoin, right? Even $100, but usually they're in between $100 and $400. Small little ranges where we do detect, okay, the possibilities. We talked about Really nice, respected long position here in the Legends community, which was pretty obvious. It was an obvious zone to speculate in a long position. It was basically the value area low of this entire range since Thursday, also hitting the 50% Fibonacci from the drop, okay, to the highest pivot point of the range, right? We got 50% Fibonacci at the value area low, claiming this low on Bybit, okay, because on the rest of exchanges, we were hitting the 618. This wick is only on Bybit. And I was saying, you know, we are likely going to come down to claim this low. It's just going to happen. Bybit is one of the most respected charts out there. And if a low hasn't been taken on Bybit, and yes, on the rest of exchanges, I'm like, till it's not taken on Bybit, you know, it is, you know, it's just likely to be hit. And we need to be ready. It was the 0.5 Fibonacci from the low of the corrective move to the pivot high of the range, 50% Fibonacci, value area low of the range. You're claiming this low, and you're forming a really nice Gartley pattern on most of the exchanges, which is basically this. And you know, it was extremely symmetrical. On most of the exchanges, it was hitting the 618 here on the 12th of November. All right, so you know, this was the Gartley pattern right there, bang, down to the 7-8 here, really nice. And obviously the trigger point was you get above this high over here and you sniper that long position. This is a long position that could get you a move of $300 to $400. We were eyeing the VWAP, we were eyeing these highs, and in between 50% and 618 from this pivot high to the pivot low is your take profit zone. Obviously hitting that VWAP to that, you know, above the VWAP, which is already, you know, an acceptable take profit. So anyway, just you know, some scenarios, you know, we're adding Gartley pattern, we're adding Fibonacci, we're adding value area low of the zones to add confluence. And we're basically talking about, you know, the possibility of, you know, this happening right over here and getting a rise from this crucial point. Stuff that is talked about daily in the Legends community. I talk about, you know, these scenarios, levels that could get respected, levels that we're looking for, how we can enter the trade, where are we looking to take profit. So, you know, this was, you know, well in advance, hours in advance, saying, you know, this is the level that I would prefer to get into a long position, not even here at this zone where we were trading at 36,900 range. I want the drop to 36,600, claim that low, get the bounce. And you know the deal, bang, we hit the level and get the bounce of a few $100s. It's all about being patient. It's all about, you know, there we go, the Wolf of Wall Street here saying, you know, hey, you know, patience, right? And trading is boring. We're waiting for the levels. We wait for that low to be hit and get the wick. Then we long with that wick with the recovery. Of course, we could slice through the level. If we slice through the level, then we're not entering into that long. We need that low to be taken for us to get into the long trade. And you can see that rise here nicely to the VWAP, right? Almost hitting the 618, which was already a take profit zone, like I was informing right over here. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, you know, I do spend a lot of time there. You know, the levels are respected. We talk about intraday levels. Of course, when you ask me, you know, where's Bitcoin going to go? Are we going to go to 42K or will we go to 34K, right, in the next coming days? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say, you know, I have no idea. I just don't know. This is why we talk about ranges. We talk about inside of the zones where we can have very nice technical moves where we can take advantage of the market, right? So that is on the Legends, guys. If you want to have those daily, really nice selective updates, you have the chance here to have them. If you know another channel that gets really nice accurate levels and updates, please let me know. I would want to trade, you know, also and follow their updates. So anyway, continuing here with Bitcoin, I want to go through the comment section right away. And you know, like I said today, the value from this live stream and today's video update, how are we going to claim this high, guys? You know, it's just, it is simple. Be ready for it. Be ready for it, because if the price bounces from this zone, right? So we've claimed these lows right over here. We might get a leg up and try and claim this high. I would be paying attention, because This move to the upside here on Monday, right? Basically this morning, today's Monday, we did not move all the way up to this high. So it's a disturbing high. It is a disturbing high. We might get the rise because this high today didn't manage to come all the way up here. Can we do that? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. We've claimed this low right now, which was an acceptable long position like you've just seen. So what if the price starts moving now here in the next coming hours, you know, in between today and tomorrow, all the way to this high? This is a disturbing zone for me. We could probably hit this level and get a rejection and then come down. It's, you know, definitely a possibility. If we start pumping aggressively from this zone, okay, so longs can be taken here with very good risk management, like I explained. It's going to be interesting to see how we claim the highs. The new yearly high, how are we going to create that new yearly high? Because if we reject aggressively from that yearly high, I would want to get into a swing short position. Bringing the price, my target zone would be below $34,000. We come up here and reject from this point, I would be looking for the price to aggressively drop all the way down here. And the kind of trade setup would be looking something like this, looking for that 4-5 risk to reward from that zone. And this could take several days, of course. That is only if we reject from the highs. I do see this a high possibility. Getting all of those people that are shorting right now, people that haven't been taking profits, if there's still massive liquidity here as we move to the highs, if people haven't taken profit and there's still a lot of liquidity, I will bet that the price will get a significant pullback, okay? Because obviously the market is overextended. However, I'm aware price might just shoot here. We might hit that point of control from 2021 and 2022. I'm aware the price is going to blast through here and go to $40,000 or $42,000. I would be very happy if that were to happen. Portfolio would be, you know, absolutely exploding. And I will not be taking any short positions as we are above this high. You will never see me with a short position inside of this zone unless it's an intraday zone, right, where we do have some, you know, double tops, right? If we have an internal double top, you might see me short right there if we were to get a decent pullback. But overall, I would be looking to short as a swing trade when we have here closes beneath this high over here, if it's a failed breakout. So something to be paying attention if we were to get that rise here in between, you know, the next coming days. I want to continue with the comment section because your question, you know, might be, you know, what is the strongest support level? I mean, this is the kind of move down that you're going to get a possible large wick, right? And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be like catching a falling knife. You might get a massive wick like this and then the price recovering, and then the price is going to start moving here to the upside again, right, in the next coming weeks. Seen it before. You know, the moment for this to happen is, you know, in the next coming days, possibly. Whether we reach this high or not, I would be still looking for that move to happen, right? Don't be surprised if it does happen in the coming days, because it's just something very likely to happen. Whether we get to $38,000, $39,000 or not, you know, something like that, so that kind of corrective move will happen. And of course, if we do not get those ETFs approved, because we got that deadline on Friday, so I think it's highly likely that they're going to say no, and it's going to happen in January. Of course, that would just be, you know, it will be the fuel to say, oh, ETF is not approved, right? And then boom, we get a drop. If it is approved, we might get one spike of a hype, and then possibly get the corrective move. So it could definitely be a sell the news event as well, where spot Bitcoin ETF is approved, 12 of them. Bang, 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 you're going to get a hype of several $1,000s and then possibly a huge, massive dip, right? The whales and institutions, the big players, will use it in their advantage. They will eat your liquidity. There will be suddenly FOMO long positions with high leverage with the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. This is just likely to happen. No, you know, there's already a lot of longs. There'll be more longs, you know, entering into that news. And then, you know, it's just an obvious kind of boom, you know, eat up all of the liquidity. So something that we just need to be very, very cautious with. And obviously, if the spot Bitcoin ETFs are not approved by Friday, then we would be expecting that pretty decent pullback, right? So I think it's a pretty obvious scenario that could happen, right? Let me know if you do agree. What is your comment on that? We go to 40K, then dump. I want to 42K. I'm going to ask you what comes first. Let's just say, for the sake of it, Bitcoin's trading at $37,000, right? Well, just, let's say what comes first, $40,000 or $34,000. I'm going to ask the community. Okay, I'm going to start a poll right away. What comes first for Bitcoin? What comes first for Bitcoin, guys? Let me know right away. I'm going to put $40,000, 40K, or 34K, right? We're kind of in the middle now. Let me know right away on the poll, guys. We are just in the middle. And I'm going to continue. What time is this chart? This chart is the 30-minute time frame. This is the 30-minute time frame. XRP is pumping. What's going on with XRP, guys? XRP pumping. It's pumping a little bit. Getting a little bit of pumpy action here. XRP got a bit of a pump. Ethereum also got a bit of a pump. So we got a three-wave structure here on XRP. Very choppy chart. But obviously we got 1, 2, 3. Then we got this move here, likely to have continuation to the upside. This is likely to come above the highs from the 6th of November. So XRP looking pretty good to claim the highs. Just getting a little bit of a volatility pullback at the moment. Volume is pretty intense. I would expect here this retracement to get a huge, massive bounce. Ethereum has been doing pretty nice today as well. Got a little bit of a move to the upside. Getting a bit of a rejection here from old daily level, but it got a significant pump today. Pretty nice pump Ethereum of over 3.5%. Would also expect continuation here to the upside to claim these highs on Ethereum. Of course, that is all dependent on Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to be good for the next couple of days, right, till Friday. So we might not have any ETF news. We might just see sideways action. If Bitcoin is ranging here, not getting this corrective move, eating up all of these higher lows, if that does not happen, and I mean, it's really unpredictable here. The closer we are to some lows and consolidating, the more probability is that it will get that move down. If we start bouncing from this zone at the moment and continue ranging, claiming these highs, in the next couple of days, we are going to see that continuation on those altcoins popping. But yeah, you get the deal. The moment Bitcoin does get a corrective move of several $1,000s, be prepared for those altcoins getting those pullbacks of 10, 20%. It is going to happen. Okay, so just be ready. And stay defensive. I don't want to scare anybody, because altcoins will likely continue popping. Okay, we got Algorand, we got Avalanche. Avalanche has been doing pretty good the last few days. We've been talking about Avalanche, all of those L1 projects for the last few weeks, saying hey, they are going to pop, they are ready to pop, and we're getting a lot of them popping here very nicely. Avalanche did over a 2x in a matter of 2 weeks. So very nice. All of them getting a little bit of a pullback at the moment, obviously. So just stay a little bit cautious. Would be nice. It would just be a healthy corrective move here in the case of Avalanche, because it's broken a wedge. It's gotten above the last lower high, which is this one. I would expect Avalanche, not get, just to get round about $15, $14, $13 maybe, get a decent pullback. But obviously I would be expecting that continuation to the upside in the next coming weeks. So big XRP pump. Hi, I hit 1% for the day and I'm sitting on my hands now. Have already been enjoying this trading strategy. Been making good gains stress free. Cullen, I'm so happy for you. I am also using that strategy. I haven't been doing any trading during the weekend, basically. I need to catch up. For the last few weeks, I've been doing some relatively nice gains, almost in that 20% gains for the month. Okay, I need to get this week going. By Friday, I need to make that 5% profit. Okay, and basically, I'm also wanting to make that 5% profit per week. It is not much. Try and aim for 1% per day. So by Friday, I should be aiming, by Sunday, really, by the end of the week, during the weekend as well. I don't trade the weekend usually though, but I should be aiming for that 5%. If I make 5% of my capital in 1 week, I'm super happy, super happy, just very selective trades and just, basically just go through the highest probability trades. You only need one trade in 1 day that is very high probability, that has a move of $100, right, or $200. This is like one that I provided today in the Legends community. We just need one trade that we talked about, a short and a long. The long played out. We didn't arrive to the shorting levels. We did arrive to the longing levels. We pumped $300-400. There you have it. You got that trade. You can make 1% with that move. Keep it easy, keep it simple. 1% per day, 5% a week on average. Some weeks you'll make 4%, 3%. Some others you'll make 6, 7. But in that range. Don't try to double your account in 1 week because you're going to get burnt. It's too much risk. So anyway, thanks to Mexi for their lowest fees that they have out there. I got to say, they have put their fees slightly up today, okay? Slightly up. I think it's gone to 0.02. All right. Well, it is double, but this was nothing. It's still very low. It's one of the lowest out there anyway, still, as they put it up slightly. They do have the lowest fees anyway out there. If you want that great trading bonus that will be airdropped to your account the more you trade, okay, as you can see here, as you move more trading volume and you do trade, you'll be getting airdropped $500, $1,000, $4,000 to your trading account to pay losses and fees. Mexi, the one that I am using at the moment, because I cannot use Bybit. I've been using Bybit for over 4 years. If you can use Bybit, I would use Bybit. For me, it's been the number one always. The bonus is the highest as well. You got $30,000 as airdrop bonus, depending on what you deposit. For all of the small fish, you deposit $100, you're getting $20 in your account for trading, okay? For experienced traders, all right, you deposit $100, you get $20, right? You're getting 20% from what you deposit. And this pays for fees and losses. So you'll be getting 120 in total, and then if you lose a trade of $20, it's off from your bonus, right? So, you got the bonuses down below, guys. Another way to support the channel. Let's continue here with the scenarios here. Let's continue with the comment section, and we can take a look at some altcoins, okay? Right away for the community. Let's take a look at some altcoins. I love it. No trading on the weekend is great, and the wife is happy. Enjoy the weekend. The charts will be there Monday. Yeah, I did not trade anything on the weekend, but I usually try and trade if I haven't reached my 5% goal for the week, and I'm like at 3.5% of capital gains. I will say, right, I'm gonna make an effort and try and trade on Saturday or on Sunday, where we have some really nice, it's just a nice $100 move, and that is it. Usually the weekends can bring you really nice ranges. Usually the weekends are good because the moves are like from $100 to $300, right? No, it's usually not much more than that. So sometimes on the weekends, it's even easier to trade Bitcoin because it's very boring and you just claim highs and you claim lows. And it's like super easy. We also talked about this short position. This happened on, happened early this morning. It was just about Sunday night with this leg to the upside. This short, I was sleeping already, but we talked about this short. It was like, hey, there's so much going on here. There's, if we do hit this high, and this is just for education purposes, guys, okay? When, we can talk about some lower levels here that we could potentially bounce, okay? But if you want those scalping day trade setups, that happen during the day, you want to join the legends, because uploading stuff on YouTube and you know, live stream is just not going to work. Basically, the point of control from, you know, it's just going to explain this trading setup that was absolutely beautiful. I talked about this on the legends. You know, hopefully, you know, some people did manage to get into that short, but it was basically here, you know, it was midnight here in you know, Central European time, and I don't usually trade the weekend, so I was not aware of that level. I'm giving the levels that are usually respected, and I'm not even, you know, some of them I miss them, because if they happen at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that trade. But just to, you know, just so you're aware of this level, the explanation was, you know, you're hitting, you know, it's a naked point of control. The point of control of the 10th of November was not hit. Okay, so that is a level. That's only one level, naked point of control. Usually we want more confluent zones. Just going to explain this trade setup that happened Sunday night or early Monday morning. Okay, early morning today. So you got that naked point of control. You got this pivot high right there and the pivot low from the weekend. So you got Friday night, pivot high, Saturday, pivot low. 7-8 Fibonacci. You got a movement up to this high over here, which was likely just going to be a liquidity grab. And, you know, this is very much explained here to the legends, saying, you know, hey, what is this going to do? This is going to, you know, when we are having this price action, I'm looking for, you know, not only this high, which was not the short trigger. The short trigger was actually rejecting from the naked point of control, was already an acceptable short position, to have that, you know, decent pullback of a couple of $100. You know, this was something that was explained also on Saturday. It was also, yeah, I was forgetting it right now. Forgetting this level. It was also, I was going to say it was also a Gartley pattern, yeah, but that was not the Gartley. There's a Gartley pattern was here. We had a Gartley pattern over here. But anyway, this setup was explained also on Sunday in the Legends community anyway. It was basically hitting the naked point of control from from Friday's price action, right? You got a nice consolidation, leaving a high volume node. And when you have that high volume node above such a clear high, when price is consolidating, you just, you know that if that level is wicked and rejected, you're likely going to get the pullback. It's just a, you know, when you see it so many times, you can predict it, you can see it. You know, I know if you come up to this level, hit the naked point of control and the 7-8 Fibonacci, you are going to reject. I know you, Bitcoin. I know how you move in these ranges. So it's like, you know, this is why I day trade in our scalp. You know, it's just it's absolutely beauty. I just need a move of $100 to $300 to make bank and make my day. You know, I don't need the price to. I don't need to get into a swing long position or swing short and make, you know, of a $5,000 move. Obviously, I would like to trade more like that as soon as I have, you know, millions of dollars. But for the moment, I like my scalping. I like, you know, gaining capital during the days, which is, you know, it's very lucrative anyway, this way of trading ranges. Theta US dollar tether, the pump in next bull run. Theta is an insane project. Theta is the decentralized streaming platform, you know, with great tokenomics. You got T-Fuel as well as, you know, it has great tokenomics as well. And basically, because Theta is a governance token, I mean, it had a massive pump. Obviously, it's in its corrective move at the moment, but yeah, this one reached $1.20 almost. It's basically the point of control in between 2022 and 2023. So, pretty obvious level to get a rejection, right? Point of control right there, tapping to the cent, you would say, right? Next, in the bull run, this one's going to do massive. We could expect a pretty nice pullback here for the next 1 to 2 weeks, potentially, maybe next few days. But Theta is one of those projects that I strongly believe can reach all-time high. It's an L1 blockchain project. It has, you know, all of the L1s, in my opinion, will reach all-time highs, such as ADA, such as Solana, Avalanche, Algorand, Theta is one of them as well. That will likely reach all-time high. There's many others. Over 90% of cryptos will not reach all-time high. But the L1 projects and L2 projects, such as Metis has had a 2x pump. I just checked it because I do have a bag of Metis. It's not much of my portfolio. I think it's about 2% of my altcoin portfolio, right? It's not much, but it's been pumping very nicely for the last few weeks. It's done over 100% pump. A lot of them have done. Metis, I think, is very good project. This one is just likely to go to all-time highs as well, and all-time highs is over $300 if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at Metis here, all-time high. I think the best one to take a look at is gate.io. This green box that I added here on the chart, a few months ago was, the moment Metis gets beneath these lows, it's a buying point, because you're looking for that spring point. People get scared when we break some lows after getting in, after a huge, massive bear market, a big rejection. People are scared when we get to the lows of the range. This is the best buying moment. It's the best level to buy. It's like Chainlink, Anyway, Metis is a good L2 project. I think it will do very, very well. It is up over 100% in the last 2 weeks. One that I'm getting wrecked, okay, because it's not all good news, is Sora Network, guys. I got extremely wrecked. Lost over $15,000 on this one, and this was a very tiny percentage of my portfolio. But I was, and I'm actually still buying. Got a couple of million already of that token. It has got a massive inflation situation at the moment, but the supply is elastic and they can burn the tokens will be burned. The problem is when, because the tokenomic model is a little bit complex. But whoever bought Sora Network token, this is why altcoins need to be a very small percentage of your portfolio, because there will be some of them, all right, that will do extremely well. Some of the other ones will be, will get you wrecked. I got extremely wrecked on this one. Well, wrecked in the case of, it's one of those altcoins that I did allocate, over $10,000, and it's worth $1,000 now. So not all of them are gainers, guys. Not all of them are gainers, but it's definitely worth the risk. What the hell is this? Anyway, just because you might think, I'm talking always about, gainers and gainers. This one got extremely wrecked. I've been buying this one since it was $3, $1. It's, less than 1 cent at the moment. So just, I was DCAing and just absolutely wrecked. I'm still DCAing actually, not as much, but got extremely wrecked on this. Maybe it will do 1,000% X, maybe it will do 1,000X in the next coming years. For the moment, it will be in the dust. There's no way I'm selling this because, I'm down 99.9% on this one, okay? Just so you're aware, okay? This one, wrecked. Metis, doing absolutely phenomenal. Saito as well. Unibright has been doing absolutely phenomenal as well. You did have a pump of over 200%, and big gains on this one because I've been buying all the dips here during the last few months. So is it time to take profit? Ethereum, what's going on? Has the dump started? Chainlink's done it great. Also, great explanation. How many times here, Mariella, Mark Dirch, scam pump on XRP? Has it been a pump and dump? I never liked XRP, never liked charting it, never liked doing analysis, never liked trading it. I think I've traded XRP 3 times in my entire life. 3 times I've traded XRP. I think not a token that I would trade. Crypto, sorry, it's not a token, not that crypto that I would trade. But how long have I been screaming as well on this, same thing, the box right there, Chainlink, this is accumulation. Many live streams saying, this is the moment you want to start buying, start buying. If it dips beneath $5, then yeah, bring it on. You know, you're just going to get better levels. I was waiting for that. I was waiting to buy at these levels. Again, I was DCAing here very aggressively for several months during this year. Did not DCA Q1, okay, of, well, basically Q4 of 2022. You know, inside of this range, I wasn't DCAing. I started to DCA here in March, you know, basically in 2023, which was obviously a good strategy. You know, this one's up, you know, over 3x from my DCAing levels, right? At the lowest point. From the highest point, no, it's about a 2x. But anyway, morons long in the top. Stay cautious long in here. We are overextended. We need to realize that maybe the drop is just about to happen. Morons long in the top. Hey, come on. Nobody is a moron for longing tops or shorting bottoms, okay? Are we going to see this drop live? Just imagine now that we see that massive $2,000 to $3,000 drop. If it happens, you know, it's the moment that it does usually happen, eh? If it needs to happen, it is the moment that it happens, okay? Just for, I don't want to be the bear guy, but I just realized that, you know, come on. A lot of people longing, you know, funding rate is positive, and it's positive massively. You know, long time since I haven't seen these percentage on funding rate on Binance, right? They're usually quite small. 0.03 is quite a lot. It was 0.03 just a couple of hours ago. You know, the people are long, people are extremely bullish. A lot of liquidity sitting at $34,000, $35,000. Don't be surprised that if that needs to happen. Don't be surprised that you will get that movement. Okay? So just be ready. Just be ready for it. Algorand. I am up on Chainlink 118%. Very, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, me too. Something like that. A bit more. About 120 from the prices I've been accumulating the last few months. Wyckoff distribution still invalidated. Is that on what time frame are you talking about, the Wyckoff distribution? This is interesting right now, this drop that we have in. We'll be looking here if we are hitting some major support levels. I mean, it could still be a swing failure pattern, but there's no way I would not trade this one, because it's like a third retest of the lows. We haven't reached this low. Yeah, this ain't, for me, this ain't a level that I would long at the moment, no doubt. The long is this one right there, as you claim this low. For me personally, when this low hasn't been reached and you are beneath your value area low, and it's just this for me ain't a level that I would personally be longing. Let's take a look at the CVD divergence. You know, it'd probably be quite interesting to see, because yeah, I mean, we're still creating insane bullish CVD divergence here, which is absolutely nuts. Yeah, still creating very aggressive lower lows on the CVD from this point. You know, it's just on all of the exchanges. So, I mean, no doubt Bitcoin has a chance. It might even sweep up this low over here and get a rise and then come up to this high. It's definitely a possibility, just based on, there are some local aggressive short entries as well. There's a lot of aggressive shorts locally inside of the range for the last few days. So, I mean, it's not off the cards. I don't like this swing failure pattern, no doubt. You know, it's just, I would not enter this short. I'm just very much aware of a much larger pullback. For me, it ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I sold a little bit of my spot Bitcoin, but it was something like 1.5% or something like that. It was a very, very small amount. I took some profits on my spot Bitcoin just to have a little bit of cash on the sidelines. I mean, it is smart. If I've been buying during the last few months, at 16k, 18k, 20k, 22k, I think it's, take a little bit out. I sold very, very small amounts. If we were to shoot to 40, 42k, I would probably cash out another 2-3%. Not much, because it's just my, the holdings. Who has cashed out some of their Bitcoin, spot Bitcoin? Let me know. If you have been buying during the last few months, right? It's not a bad idea. You're in profit, right? This is when you want to take some off the table. I like to have. I still want to have some nice cash on the sidelines, even though I'm sitting on 40% cash more or less. It's just we're not going to go to all-time highs, guys, in the next couple of months. Come on, let's be realistic there. Next, DCA at 36,137. I think there could be a possibility that we do go in between $31,000 and $34,000 range. I think it would be a good zone where I would start scooping up. I would start buying a bit more here. Yeah, I think it's a good level. The reason why, if this were to be a bullish case scenario here for Bitcoin, if we were to see this as a one wave up, a two and a flat here, this is in third, right? And, we are going to get a move down here before continuing to the upside. It would be, I think it's pretty obvious that below $34,000, yeah, I would be starting to DCA aggressively again on spot. I made a little theta cash out. Yeah, these are the kind of pumps, before the halving that you get, where it's like a 2x or 3x. People get excited. We ain't going to all-time high, guys, in the next 2 to 3 months. Let me tell you, let me be the one that, that says it, this ain't going to go to all-time high in the next, 2-3 months. This ain't going to happen. This price action ain't going to happen. I will be holding most of my Bitcoin just in case it does happen. But it's unlikely that we do see something like that. There will be a pretty sharp pullback at some point of several $1,000s. That is when we want to start buying in again. I'm 40% cash since yesterday. Woo! Mark Dirch. Yeah, I think it is a smart idea to definitely take some cash. I did not lose any trade for 6 months, and I lost all my money shorting Solana. That scam went 200 from nothing. Wow, 200% from nothing. I did not lose any trade for 6 months and lost all my money shorting Solana. This is the problem with most of the traders. You can basically get into a very toxic. Something similar to that happened to me back in 2019. Where, I've always talked about this story. I was, almost 5 months, in a row in profit, just very similar to this one. 5 months in a row in profit. I was just in the zone in my trading career. Every month was being consistent, being profitable. I was super happy. And then I got into this very toxic trade on Bitcoin that absolutely swiped up all of my gains in 5 months, and even lost some of my trading capital that I had initially. This is the problem. You don't need to get into toxic trades. This is why I went from swing trading to day trading to even scalping at the moment, because my trades are in the day. You will not see me with a 5% loss of my capital. Never. Because basically never during the last months and even couple of years, because I'm not getting into those toxic swing trades of add to your position, add to your short position. If you got wrecked on Solana, well, when you do take a look at the Solana chart, I very much understand why you got wrecked here the last few weeks shorting Solana, because, you can add up to your position here. You're going to get wrecked with this pump, So this is why this thing about shorting levels, adding to your position, adding to your position, when it goes against you, This is when traders get wrecked. This is when traders get wrecked. It's simple to understand. I got wrecked like this in 2019. I understood I will not be a swing trader that will be adding to the position if I am in the negative. If I am underwater and I need to add liquidity from my portfolio, from my gains, and this ain't gonna happen again. I will have my clear invalidation points, and if I get stopped out, I get stopped out, because that is the moment where it really hurts. It really hurts. There's no way I'm doing that kind of trading ever again. I learned the lesson big time. So this is why I scalp and I day trade, and I enjoy it more. I would want to swing trade when I have much larger capital. You get into those nice swing trades, that are several $100,000, right? And just leave them to play out, have a clear invalidation point. But anyway, I'm in a short from 37.4. Would you take some profits? If you are you're probably in a very good level. You're probably in a very good level. So you are shorting from 37,400. Let me double check that. No doubt you are testing the lows of the zone, okay? So you are testing some lows of a zone here. You know what? I would protect position. I would take some profits. Because, where we are at this moment, we are still continuing to create aggressive bullish CVD divergence, unfortunately. We are not breaking value area low of this trading zone since Thursday. We are testing the lows, and there could be a possibility that we could get a bounce here to claim the highs here. So if I was shorting from this point, I would be taking some profits here, no doubt. Me personally, I would be taking 50% or so, or even more. If I was shorting from these highs, if I was still in a short position from these highs, and we're hitting these lows and the value area low, I've seen it too many times where you think it's going to be the moment where it starts breaking down, and then suddenly in the next couple of days you get the recovery and claim these highs. And you're like, why didn't I take profits here? So the answer is a clear yes. The answer for me is it's a take profit zone, no doubt. Okay. And the reason why is because you're at the value area low, you're at support. This could be ending in a swing failure pattern, basically, right? This could be a swing failure pattern right there from these lows, from today's lows. You are creating insane bullish CVD divergence still, where people are shorting the market here, locally. You're getting market orders internally here right now, and they are adding and adding. So there are people shorting right now, and you might get that rise first before getting the drop to 34k. So we're at support. We are creating still bullish CVD divergence, here since the low here, and you're at the value area low of the range, and it could be that this is just a quick liquidity grab from longs, and you're going to get that rise here to this high and then get the move down. Anyway, so it's a take profit zone. You got a great entry. I would definitely leave some open and protected, because this could be that kind of move that gets you down to 34k. But why not take some off the table? If you do hold 50%, you will be making really nice gains if we were to get that significant drop. Okay, so profits are profits at the end of the day. Update, fake news. BlackRock files to register a new iShares XRP trust entity in Delaware. Oh my goodness, don't tell me that there's been fake news because of an XRP pump. So was it an XRP pump and dump? I've seen it so many times on XRP. these scam pumps. I mean, look at this. Do you know when this pump happened? It was something it had to do with some news. This was a fundamental pump. It wasn't a technical pump. Price came all the way down to the lows. Imagine all of those swing longs, you know, those over leveraged long positions that were getting onto a retracement, right? You know, this is why I don't trade XRP. You know, you get a pump with high volume and you retrace and you like think, oh, you know, we're hitting the 0.618 Fibonacci with this high, you know, this is going to pump, and then, you know, it comes back down to the low and stops everybody out. No way. And I just cannot trade this. You know, this ain't serious. This ain't a serious chart to trade. No way in a million years I would trade that to be a consistent, profitable trader. It's just like, I would not be consistent. I would not be consistent if I would have to trade XRP. Simple. This is why I only trade Bitcoin, because it's where I can be consistent. The levels are respected. It's nice. I shorted that top of that scam XRP pump, 2x short, 100% profit, says Lousy. Absolutely phenomenal. I had the same problem, says Mariella, not giving up until getting wrecked. Well, we know that strategy isn't the safest and the smartest. Is XRP worth trust? What do you think? I mean, I'm not an XRP holder, not an XRP believer. You know, I don't have any XRP in my portfolio. Never liked XRP, so yeah. Damn, I was about to short XRP. This modding thing cost me money. Oh my goodness. Well, send me your US dollar Tether wallet. I will send you some funds because of that. Mark Dutch moderating. Yeah, this happens to me as well. Miss trades. I missed a trade on a live stream the other day. Can't remember which zone it was, but we called a really nice setup here on a live stream the other day. What it was? Oh yeah, I remember now. It was right over here. It was this zone over here. We were talking about, you know, most of the people are going to think that this is a head and shoulder structure, and we were creating massive bullish CVD divergence, like, you know, get into a long here, stop loss beneath the low, bang, you're likely to claim the highs. Really nice 2-3 to 1 risk to reward approximately setup that we talked here on Friday. It was very, very nice. Anyway, will Bitcoin, I'm going to take a look here right away to the, I'm going to check right away the poll. Let's see what people are saying about this, guys. What comes next? What comes next for Bitcoin? We have $40,000, $34,000. There's more people slightly bearish. 54% of people say that $34,000 is likely to be next for Bitcoin instead of 40K. So we got 54% of the people saying that this is more likely, and the 46% rest of it says that we are going to hit $40,000. I am in the bearish side as well. I think that pullback is likely to happen before going to 40K. If we were to go to 40K at some point, right, in the next coming weeks. So yeah, that pullback is kind of inevitable. You know, just reading the liquidity that there is there, all massive positive funding rates. They are going down slightly now. They're starting to go down, the positive funding rate. So it's starting to cool off. We know that those drops happen like this, bang. You know, it's just like, I love those massive movements to the downside because they're like, woof, and everybody's like, what happened? And it's just like a classic level, or it's just a classic move to sweep up that liquidity in a matter of a couple of hours, get that cascade, and it would only be healthy for Bitcoin. So don't feel bad about it. 31K for Bitcoin. Yeah, I think round about that range. I have this zone, right? This green box, which is like the ultimate zone, right? Where I do think that the wick could arrive to. And I think it's just a realistic target zone, right? It's just, how many times have we seen that classic build up, right? And just, you know, the classic move like this, woof. It's just like, whoo. I think we are ready for something like this, right, guys? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comment section. Are we ready for something like this? Vroom. Just a big like, and eat up all of these lows. Would be nice. Wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of the moment to happen. We might hold and get above $38,000, but I would be willing to short, of course, if we were to get above there and lose the highs. Okay, that is kind of a swing short position that would be really nice if you're not already in a short. Somebody in the comment section saying I'm shorting from 37,400. I'm gonna say, hey, leave some of that open, because you might get into a really nice few $1,000 move to the downside and make you absolute killing. You know, potentially even in between today and tomorrow. If we do range, get a bounce from this level, right, and range here for the next coming days, and that news on Friday, right, potentially for that deadline of the spot Bitcoin ETF comes out negative, all of them being, you know, denied, all of the spot Bitcoin ETFs denied, that drop is likely to happen. That drop is likely to happen. I want to talk about the S&P 500 because it's actually at a crucial level of resistance that if it is broken, I do see S&P 500 getting continuation to the upside. We're at a struggling level here on the, you know, volume profile. We do have the, you know, a high volume node at that zone, which we's kind of slightly above it, but it's still not enough to believe that we are getting a successful breakout here on the S&P 500. Do you ever use order blocks or footprint chart? I do have it. I do use it, but it just gives me a little bit more information. If I have to use anything more advanced, it would be the CVD. The CVD is where I do see a little bit of, you know, it does give a lot of value to give the decisions. But Delta, to take a look, you know, basically at the order flow and to see, you know, if there's power inside of the momentum, if there's high volume, if there's trap shorts. You know, I do use it sometimes, not much to be honest. There's a lot of trading decisions that I take that I don't even take a look at order flow. CVD is the one that I use more to take some decisions, to help with decisions. But yeah, music for Rene Montenegro. Yes, absolutely. Avalanche, can we take a look at Avalanche? I'd like to know levels good for longing. This is it's going to be a complex, okay? You know, the Bitcoin could be on the verge of a huge, massive collapse. Bitcoin could be on the verge of a huge move down here. So be careful, whoever, you know, all of those altcoin longers, all of the altcoin longers. Be careful, because they will get dragged down big time if Bitcoin were to drop a few $1,000s, okay? They are going to come down. And you will see that. So, you know, anyway, but we're going to take a look at Avalanche, you know, right away. It's getting a pretty decent pullback today with this small Bitcoin drop, right? Bitcoin's dropping a few $100s. You know, 1-2%, you know, we're already having these altcoins, you know, dropping, you know, 10%. You know, just imagine if that drop on Bitcoin of a few $1,000s happens to claim that liquidity at $34,000. I can already tell you that altcoins are going to drop 20, 30, 40%. No matter how bullish, you know, they are, you know, it's going to happen, guys. So I just want people to be safe. And to people to recognize that, you know, when the drop happens, you know, it possibly happens now. You know, this is kind of the moment where it can happen. So stay defensive. You know, when we can take a look at Avalanche here for possible support levels, okay, but the wick on altcoins can be pretty aggressive, so stay absolutely safe. Stay safe. I mean, yeah, of course, we got this high over here. Would not be enough. We could just slice straight through it. I would prefer a much larger pullback on Avalanche for a long position. It does look like a double bottom Adam and Eve. This could have been the neckline. It's not. Yeah, we could get a reaction from here. We already got a bounce from that level here on lower time frames. This was basically yesterday, so it did break out from that level, and it did act as support very nicely. However, with this move down, with Bitcoin being, you know, on the verge of getting much deeper pullbacks, if Bitcoin gets above the level here, above value area low of this entire trading zone, guys, and it managed to hold nicely, and it does look like it's going to recover, for me that would be a clear sign already that the price of Bitcoin will recover. If in the next couple of hours it gets a pretty decent move above the range here, above the lows and the value area low, I'm going to say, okay, we're good with altcoins. We might get a couple of more days where altcoins are going to bounce, and we're going, you know, if we do get back above the range, value area low, we would have to see in a few hours. Bitcoin gets above the range, above 36,700, 800, and starts consolidating, gets a recovery from this point, then I would say, yeah, okay, altcoins are possibly going to get a nice bounce. So in the case of Avalanche, for me it's pretty clear. You got this, you know, obvious lower high here, higher low, sorry, that could get swept up. A lot of people overlonging Avalanche, getting late to the party, and now underwater. Classic level for stop losses is basically this higher low from yesterday, which is sitting at $15.80. And it's a classic level for a stop hunt and a bounce. So the clearest zone here for a long position here on Avalanche would be this low, no doubt. Which is also in confluence with basically the lower high here from July. Clear Fibonacci levels, I mean, there's not, very hard to get fib levels. This has just been in a parabolic move. The only possible long, it would be basically a claim of the lows right there, and a recovery. So as you claim this low and the price gets above the level, you got a possible, range here to hold, and I would just manage risk very well. Obviously it would be kind of a swing trade. You would be aiming for these highs, but it seriously is really all depending on Bitcoin. So, I would not technically count on it as long as Bitcoin is like on the verge of dropping. Just stay cautious on altcoins bouncing at supports, because you're just going to see them doing a pump and dump. You're going to see a lot of altcoins such as Avalanche, trading back down at, $11, $10. If Bitcoin were to drop down to below $34,000. If Bitcoin is going to get that corrective move, if Bitcoin is going to get that massive corrective move, that it will happen at some point, whether it recovers or not, be cautious, because those altcoins will just have the drops of 30%, 40%. So one of those people that are late to the party, are going to get wrecked in case of swing trades. Okay, so anyway, just something that you want to be aware of, guys. Remember, Avalanche can be traded. It can be traded on Bybit. It can be traded on MEXC. You know the deal. The platform that I'm using right now that has the lowest fees is MEXC. You know, the reason why I'm trading on MEXC is because, you know, I could not trade on Bybit. You know, that is the main reason why. The reason why I changed to MEXC is because I can't trade on Bybit. But, you know, obviously I am using it. I like it. Fees are extremely low, and you do get a great bonus of $20,000. This $20,000 bonus, it's airdropped to your account. As you sign up with a link, you got this special bonus. The more you trade, the more you get these airdrops, okay? Where it's used to pay fees, it's used to pay losses. So you want to take advantage, obviously, of these bonuses. On Bybit, it is higher. I can't use Bybit at the moment. If you can use Bybit, then I would suggest Bybit, obviously. I can't use it. You maybe can use it, depending on where you are. You get $30,000 also as airdrops as you deposit and trade on Bybit. Also, for the small fish, you get $20 if you only deposit $100. For the small fish out there, you deposit $100, you're getting $20. You know, take advantage of it. Another good way to support the channel. Another way to support the channel as well, just to smash up the like button. I get very small likes on my live stream, you know, and this is just pure education. We talk about levels, we talk about scenarios, I talk about, you know, trading setups, also trading setups that are mentioned on the Legends community. This is where I, you know, spend many hours during the day doing analysis to come with the best setups, the best scenarios here that are looking for these bounces. This was an absolutely golden one, which is bouncing from 36,600 to 37,000. So that's a $400 move that was, you know, very much anticipated, you know, hours in advance, looking for that level. And yeah, I mean, you know, obviously in the live streams we talk about higher time frame. We talk about this high. This is obviously a massive zone that if it is claimed, say that we do suddenly get a bounce here with, you know, a miracle bounce, because this is a miracle moment right now for Bitcoin to hold, because if it starts breaking down aggressively, it's just not, it's holding by a thread. It's holding by a thread, kind of the value area low from this in zone, right? Because it is a zone from this point. I mean, could it bounce? Could it bounce? If it bounces, now is the moment. So if you want to speculate on a long with extremely good risk management, I personally don't want to. At this certain level. But it is the moment where you could get into an epic long, because your target zones would be the highs. These highs of the range. You've claimed the lows. You just about claimed this low here to the dollar. Maybe on the other exchanges you have claimed that low. Let me just double check here. On Coinbase, did we claim that low? Yeah, not on the spot exchanges, which is disturbing, obviously. Yeah, this low hasn't been claimed on the spot exchanges. Would be nice to claim this low. We're just a few dollars away. Of claiming that low. I don't like it. It's just not a level that I would long here, you know, as we haven't claimed this low on a lot of the exchanges. Value area low, holding by a thread. Would it be nice? Would it be nice to claim the low to possibly get into a speculative long? Managing risk very well, entry really nice, stop loss beneath the low. If you get stopped out once, you come back up, you got a re-entry, because overall the target is coming all the way up to the highs, no doubt about it. I mean, this is, you know, this is the kind of long that you make much more from your stop loss. If you were to get stopped out from your stop loss beneath the low, I mean, this is the kind of trade you're making like 5 times your stop loss, right? So it's an acceptable long. However, we haven't claimed this low here. We haven't claimed it even on Bybit. We have not claimed it on Bybit. It's nice to see that, you know, we have the 618 Fibonacci is beneath this low. So it would be nice to actually get this low taken, You have 618 from the low here of the move down, you know, from this low to this high, basically. 618 hasn't been hit yet. Not here. Obviously not here because you're taking this high. But not here. 50% just there getting a bounce. Would be nice to claim this low over here. Maybe it's had a front run. Value area low of the zone is holding. You get in a front run. And then you're going to come up to claim the highs from, you know, those people bearish right now at this moment. You know, this is the moment you would want to take a look at Delta to see if there's a few $1 million in short positions just at the very end of this movement down from today, right? I mean, I've got, where can we take a look at it? There is EXO charts where we can take a look. But yeah, there is a few $1 million entering, but there's also a few million longs entering here. So it's a 50-50. Would it be nice to see several $1 million? There are some millions of dollars here actually entering into trades at the very end, which is a classic, you know, yeah, it's a classic trap those shorts. There's a few $1 million entering into short position here, which is like, dude, what are you doing? You're shorting here, major level of support, liquidity zone, that, you know, value area low. You could get one more leg down or you could break through, but it's just not the greatest level to short, right? Based on risk management, because if you move up from here, you know, will we fail to move from these highs or will we slice through? If you're shorting from here, you just, not the greatest level to short anyway. You get the deal, right? Guys, thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Almost 600 people watching. Smash up that like button, guys. It doesn't take anything. Better live streams will come, of course. We talk about education. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We just talk about, you know, Bitcoin technical analysis, levels that respect. We've got a legends community where I have, you know, basically post my, you know, daily setups and scenarios on Bitcoin. That's where I have, you know, do post many different, you know, scenarios. We've got other coaches such as DeWalt and Sam as well there that do provide great value and information. Mark Dutch, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Mariela also. Trade safe, everybody. Smash up the like button on your way out. My like button is crap, guys. Come on, is my content that bad? I try to interact to most of the community. Bitcoin Adam and Eve top on the 4-hourly time frame. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Right. Right, let me go through the super chat right away. Let me go through the super chat. Yeah, I haven't been taking a look at the comment section. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Mark. Adam and Eve double top. Yes. I mean, it would be nice, obviously, if you know, if you do see this on the 4-hourly as an Adam and Eve, we can zoom in on the 2-hourly just to take a look at, you know, the better price action. I'll go through the super chat right away. Just give me a second. But yeah, Adam and Eve, yeah, it's just not the best looking one. Would be nice to get this high taken with this move. A little bit of a lower high here for an Adam and Eve. We like you better. Thank you guys. Super chatos, hermanos. Thank you, hermano. Let me just take a look at that right away. Super chatos. Where's the super chat? Oh, I missed it. Let me know what's the super chat. Mark Dutch, let me know what is that super chat right away. I can't scroll. I can't see the super chat. Let me know, hermano. What is the question from the super chat? From who? From Elisa. Let me know right away what is the super chat. Let me check the mods chat. I really like your live analysis. I already liked. Thank you very much. Very kind of you, Valerie. Let me know what is the super chat. Mark Dutch, Mariella, I cannot see it. Let me know the super chat. I cannot see. I can see someone becoming a member. but no super chat. Let me know the question of the super chatos. Oh, for theta. Okay, right away. No, okay, I can see it. Yeah, Jan. Okay, I can see it now. Yeah, right. Let's take a look at theta right away. But there was no question on Aliso. It was just a super chat. Let's take a look at theta network right away. And we did chart theta network, I think. Massive pullback. Obviously, great pump, but great pumps come with great pullbacks. So we talked about this Adam and Eve many days ago, right? Many days ago on a lot of the altcoins, right? It was just a classic boom, Adam and Eve right there. And talking about the target to hit $1.20, right? And it's just, target has been met. Adam and Eve, double bottom, bang, breakout, over 120, hit. Yeah, I mean, this has reached the target from the double bottom. So now the question is, will 80 cents, will 85, 84 cents hold here for theta to get that bounce? When did we do analysis on theta network here? I mean, we talked about this Adam and Eve before it happened. We did talk about this double bottom a few days ago. Look, waiting for that explosive move. Whoever's not aware of an Adam and Eve, it's just a double bottom formation where you form a spike and then a nice round formation. Right, for all of those people that are not aware of Adam and Eve, you know, just a classic Adam and Eve. Look how this pattern played out. We were talking about this as we were hitting the zone, saying, you know, if we do break out nicely, closing, you know, a nice daily candle above it, because this is the daily chart, we expect that follow through to $1.20. I remember saying $1.20 theta. Massive pullback at the moment. You know, this has broken out from a trend line, but this does not mean that we could just do something like this and start consolidating here in the next coming weeks. There's nothing telling us that, oh, this is it, this is the start of the massive, you know, run here on theta. There's just a short temporarily you know, move here to the upside with a double bottom that has broken, that has met the target, which was $1.20. And yeah, basically, you know, it's just getting a big pullback at the moment. The question is, if we do consolidate at this level of resistance, turning it into support, right? Then I would say, you know, it's very likely that it's going to get a significant bounce. We would have to get it will not be easy, because this could just go down to 80 cents and then go down to 70 cents, in the next few weeks. You know, price action has moved very, very fast. A lot of altcoins popping, a lot of excitement. You know, this is not the bull run yet. You know, the bull run is not here yet for the altcoins. Altcoin season in the bull run will be likely in 2025. We'll get some possible pumps in 2024, but you know, this ain't the altcoin bull run. The altcoin season is like 2-3 weeks. And everything does 10x, 20x, 50x very, very fast. Just a few weeks, and that is when we make, you know, that's when we make millions. You know, but this ain't the moment. Sorry to say that this ain't the moment. This is probably gonna get some pullbacks here in the next coming days and weeks. We're just gonna have to see, because there might be one more leg up. There might be another leg up here in the coming days. However, we need that, you know, we're just pulling back right now, the strongest level of support for theta at the moment, to see if we are going to hold where we would want that consolidation double bottom in the next coming days to take a possible decision for a long, to have another attempt here to claim the highs. But we need to understand that, you know, many times we're still in a downtrend. As you create one peak, it's like, we don't come back to it. You know, we've created a peak right there. So Yes, we have broken lower high resistance. We're just going to have to check this support in the coming days. We consolidate at 84 cents, 83 cents for a few days, creating a massive macro double bottom here for several days. Then I would say, yeah, you know, this could be a level of bouncing, right? And the moment you want to get in is as you form that double bottom, bang, as you test that low, that is the moment you want to get into the long position. It's basically this, right? Bang, double bottom, right? In this case, it's very round formation of several weeks, but you would want this internally in just a few days and look to get into the second bottom. I know it will be boring, but it's just the way to get into the trade. Guys, thank you very much for the insane support. Not much more to say on Theta. If you bought Theta here during the last, few weeks, I would say, hey, you doubled your money. You take some profits. Take some profits. We are in this stage of the start of the bull run where the pullbacks are just going to be boring on a lot of the altcoins. This could come straight back down to 78, 60 cents in the next coming weeks. So if you did double your money or even triple your money if you bought at the extreme lows, it's just slightly more than a 2x. Hey, take some profits and hold those tokens. Thank you very much. Andy, ¿tienes los niveles de colesterol altos, says Dixon? No. Muy bajos, los tengo muy bajos. Hago mucho deporte y tengo los niveles muy bajos de colesterol. ¿Por qué lo dices? ¿Tengo la cara roja o qué pasa? There's someone asking if I have high cholesterol levels. No, I don't. My cholesterol levels are very low. Anyway, let me know why. I've got a red face. Anyway, guys, love you very much. Smash up that like button if you want to share some love. I love you all. Trade safe, everybody. Will Bitcoin manage to hold here, or is it ready for the decent pullback? These are the kind of days where I go to sleep and I wake up and the price is trading here beneath $34,000. Like, oh, it happened. It's just stay cautious. If you're leaving any position open, stay defensive, guys. Stay safe with your trading. Check out links down below for those great bonuses. Bybit, Mexi. You also have the Legends community, okay, where you have those daily updates that I do provide. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.